From Nutrien Ag Solutions, I'm Senior Meteorologist Andrew Pritchard with your Canadian Prairie weather story for Monday, August 7th, 2023. We're going to jump in looking at the satellite loop here as the sun comes up on Monday morning. The jet stream is really more consolidated down here across the central U.S. I'm coming to you a couple hours later than usual on Monday morning, because we've got a sizable risk for severe storms across the eastern U.S. That kind of preempted my weekly Canadian video here, but we do have a little disturbance up here. You see the circulation on the satellite there with the cloud motion. I'll zoom in. We'll animate this again Monday morning, and here you can see the upper level low a little bit better. Sunny skies off to the south of that, so we will build in some instability. Expect to see some scattered storms developing across this corridor, kind of along Highway 16. There is a risk for some strong storms there as well, and you can kind of make out a frontal boundary right in this region. So a bit of a boundary there between the warmer, more unstable air to the south, the cooler, less stable air to the north of that, and then factor in again those strong jet stream winds coming in around the base of that upper level low. That is what gives us that chance for some strong storms right there where we get that overlap. We've got the shear, we have the lift with that frontal boundary, we have the instability with the warm and humid air to the south of that, and then we also have the moisture with the humidity across that area. So scattered storms develop this afternoon and evening across that corridor, a few of which could be severe. Here's a look at the jet stream winds. As I mentioned, more consolidated here across the central U.S., blasting into the eastern U.S. with that widespread risk for severe storms, but that little disturbance here kind of all by itself across western Canada with that isolated risk for some strong storms later on this afternoon and evening. And here is a look at that risk. Again, right along Highway 16, generally from Edmonton through Saskatoon toward the Yorkton area, just north of Dauphin. Can't rule out a couple stray storms north or south of that area as well as we head through the rest of the afternoon and evening. We'll look at that with the North American model. This will take a look at the radar and the cloud cover for us through Thursday afternoon. We've got a couple disturbances to talk about. We'll take it here through Monday. This is Monday, midday, afternoon, and evening. Here you see those scattered storms developing along the front across central Saskatchewan into central Manitoba. Can't rule out a couple of storms in the higher elevations across the front range of western and southwestern Alberta as well. We'll take the drawings off here, head through the overnight. This will be your Monday night, taking it on into Tuesday. This is midday Tuesday. We've got storm system number 1 exiting now to the right, and then we've got another disturbance making its way in. This will bring more showers and storms midweek to the prairie. So this is your Tuesday afternoon and evening. You could have scattered storms anywhere from southern Manitoba back into central and northern western portions of Alberta. So really the entire prairie could see some scattered showers and storms on Tuesday, and we'll take this into Tuesday night and Wednesday now. Got a well-defined area of low pressure across Ontario, and then we have a frontal boundary that kind of extends back to the west, where we've got another storm system making its way in now from British Columbia mid into late week, and it'll kind of ride right back along that same corridor across the prairie. So here's Wednesday afternoon, Wednesday evening, the storm system making its way in across Alberta. Going to be a stormy day across much of Alberta. It'll be more widespread north, down to the southern part of Alberta, talking about more like isolated to scattered storms. Here's your Wednesday night, and then as we head into Thursday, that upper level low continues into Saskatchewan and Manitoba. So this is going to be the next big weather maker here, bringing scattered showers and storms to the prairie Wednesday and Thursday. So this is Thursday midday, Thursday afternoon, and now Thursday evening. The storm system starts to clear the area. So by Thursday, you are clear again across Alberta, southwestern Saskatchewan. Thursday likely going to be more stormy across central, eastern portions of Saskatchewan, and then into Manitoba. So how much rain are we talking? Again, it's going to be highly variable. We're talking about showers and storms. So corridors of heavier rain, Peace River to Edmonton, over to Saskatoon, where showers and storms may be a little bit more widespread. As you head further south, southern Alberta, southwestern Saskatchewan, going to be a little bit more mist than hit. That's, of course, been the theme lately, although we keep those chances going here over the next 10 days or so. A wider look, we're taking a look at the European model, forecast total precipitation over the next 4 days, and then I'll show you again here what the next 10 days look like in just a moment. Now here's a look at the jet stream evolution. So here's again the first storm system that's making its way through the prairie on Monday, that stronger jet stream flow to the south, but you see here this trough coming into British Columbia from the Pacific. This is what kind of gets that active mid and late part of the week going. So let's animate this. I'm going to go ahead and stop it and go day by day. So here's Monday into Tuesday. This is now kind of Tuesday night. We're a little bit between waves here. And then on Wednesday and Thursday, We finally get that bigger push of stronger jet stream winds in across the prairie. That brings that next chance for scattered showers and storms. This one, the wave doesn't really lift into Ontario. It kind of dives down into the central U.S. That's kind of been the theme over the last 7 to 10 days. And then as we take it into the weekend, I start to lose confidence in the exact specifics here, but you see another stronger disturbance kind of coming over the ridge in the Pacific and then funneling right into the prairie. This would be all the way, next week, Monday, August 14th or so. So the pattern remains active is my main point. We'll just address next week's storm systems as we get into next week. Just know that this pattern continues to be active. Areas that are dry, you've got chances. Areas that are saturated, know that you may become more saturated. So I know that it's becoming kind of differing problems as you head, from north to south in some areas. Alberta is a great example here where parts of central and northern Alberta have certainly seen multiple rounds of soaking rains and thunderstorms and, maybe could take a pause on that. But then you head a little further south, southern Alberta, southwestern Saskatchewan, they could use those. So take it how you want. The chances continue here. It's a very active pattern over the next 10 to 14 days, but one where when we get to, day 7 to 14, we start to lose some of that confidence and kind of have to just blur our eyes a little bit. But at any rate, let's look at the European model's forecast for the next 10 days or so. We'll go ahead and bring it back, do day by day once again. We've kind of talked about the next few in depth here, but so quickly, here's your Monday, your afternoon and evening. Again, that chance for strong storms. Highest here across Highway 16 from Edmonton through Saskatoon into kind of western portions of Manitoba. A few stronger storms possible here across western portions of Alberta as well. Here's your Tuesday. Again, you're kind of between waves, but maybe still some scattered storms near the U.S.-Canada border here. And then again across the higher elevations as you get up toward Peace River, maybe north of Calgary on Tuesday afternoon and evening. An isolated storm can't be ruled out across southern Alberta, southwestern Saskatchewan. One of those storms could produce some large hail as well. More widespread rain begins on Wednesday as the area of low pressure really begins to move out across Alberta. So this is Wednesday evening. Widespread showers and storms from Calgary to Edmonton to Peace River. Isolated strong storms possible across southern Alberta into southern Saskatchewan. And this storm system quickly makes its way across Wednesday into now Thursday. This would be Thursday afternoon. Looking at isolated showers and storms across Alberta becoming more widespread on Thursday as you head west across Saskatchewan into Manitoba. And then this storm system exits Friday into the weekend. We should see a quieter weekend. You still see the chance here. You remember I talked about that well-defined area of upper-level low pressure with the front extending back toward the prairie, waiting for this next area of low pressure. Well, in the meantime, even though we don't have that stronger jet stream winds, stronger jet stream flow, we can still see that front serving as a focal point for isolated to scattered showers and thunderstorms through the weekend. We'll take it then a little bit further. This model will run into the middle of next week, and this is when that next area of low pressure starts to make its way in. This is your kind of Monday, Tuesday, August 14th and 15th. Know that this is likely not exactly how it will evolve, but this is a pretty good signal for an organized, strong area of low pressure to traverse the prairie in Western Canada early next week, keeping that chance for showers and thunderstorms in the forecast across the prairie. So this is what the European model says verbatim over the next 7 days. So this will take us, the next 10 days, all the way through August 17th. Multiple storm systems involved within that, so know that, this is not exactly how it will shake out, but the pattern is quite clear. As storm systems make their way across the region, rain heaviest kind of along and north of Highway 16, and then south of Highway 16, a little bit more scattered in nature, but you still see plenty of opportunities. We should, even in these areas where it's a little drier, have over the next 10 days, maybe 3 to 4 with scattered showers and thunderstorms in the forecast there. Of course, watching out for that risk for some large hail with that. But heading further north, Calgary, Edmonton, Peace River, Saskatoon, southward into southern Manitoba, Winnipeg, Brandon, you're talking about picking up, another half an inch to an inch or more in some of these areas. And, taking a look at that from a probabilistic way, this would be half an inch of rain. The probability of picking up a half an inch or more of total precipitation between now, this will be Monday, August 7th, through Saturday, August 12th. So through the work week into the first part of the weekend, that probability, again, highest north of Highway 16. Central Alberta, central Saskatchewan, central and southern Manitoba with the best chance to pick up that soaking rainfall. Quickly then looking at the European ensemble, just taking this pattern and running it out into week 2, taking a look at how things kind of evolve, it's a bit of a cooler pattern. We'll see some warmer temperatures building at times across especially southern Alberta and southwestern Saskatchewan. This is your 5-day rolling window of temperatures through the middle of August, kind of through the third week of August, August 21st and 22nd. Across Manitoba especially, into portions of eastern Saskatchewan, more cool days than warm compared to average here. Alberta maybe kind of splitting that line, but we'll take a look at some of the select cities here in a moment. The precipitation forecast here, week 1 and then week 2. Week 1, we know we've got multiple storm systems traversing the region. We know it's going to be a bit cooler, especially across this region. So a cooler, wetter pattern for you in central Saskatchewan, central and southern Manitoba, cooler and wetter over the next 7 to 10 days. And then as we talk about, central Alberta, I would say the same thing. Central northern Alberta, Calgary, Edmonton, Peace River. You're talking about a cooler and wetter next 7 to 10 days overall. It's southern Alberta, southwestern Saskatchewan, where temperatures may be a little closer to normal, or if not, a little warmer than average. And then the precipitation chances a little less frequent, a little less widespread. So probably, overall the next 10 days, a little warmer than average, pretty close to average precipitation, if not a little drier in some pockets there. But Calgary, look at that, 25 for the high tomorrow, down to 21 on Thursday behind the midweek storm system. Edmonton, those highs around 20 degrees here over the next couple of days, lower 20s heading into the weekend. Here's a look at your temps in Saskatoon, Regina, and then we will finish here in Winnipeg. Again, a very active pattern, keeping that chance for showers and storms in the forecast, especially mid and late week across these areas, and then temperatures falling off a little bit as we head into the middle part of the week as well. Have a great week. We'll talk to you again Monday, August 14th.